fine afternoon, Nigeria, and welcome to Active Citizens. The show is Aside Hot, and I'm your host, Ifoma Oji. Let's begin today's trending stories on a video circulating social media. A majority House of Rep Ahassan Doguwa flaunting his London hotel room to Nigerians. Let's take a look at the video.
Please don't kill my vibe. Please don't kill my vibe. Oya oya wiri wiri. Oya oya wiri wiri kiyamasa. Please don't kill my vibe. Okay. Please don't kill my vibe. You know me before. Just share it love. Simply because I know you before. I'm not even capping. I'm not even sure. Destroy the colo. Don't tear my colo. Look at me, look about me, solo. I know who came up, who be baller. Go to turn up. And if we be show, we the turn on. Make me come, that you know me before. Josh.
That is actually quite funny, but at the same time, for me, I would say that is insensitive. Now, in conjunction to this particular video, Nasiru, that's Nasboy, he tweeted, "We've really kept quiet in this granted, busy stealing money they Now, are we seeing the result, or rather the fruition of the snake swallowing the money, or rather the money that the snakes swallowed by, what the video we just watched right now? I just want us to more like combine the stories kind of together.
All right, so the snake that swallowed money was, I think it was Jam, that came out to say that snake swallowed a certain amount of money. And this particular man's video, it is the least of our problems, honestly, because the real people that hoard this money, the real people that have this money, that is not even the least of the properties that they have, or the places that they visit, or that they have access to. So that is just someone who was so excited and opportune for, to be able to have such an experience with taxpayers' money, or maybe
exactly.
his money.
Well, in a situation, the situation in Nigeria right now, I feel like it's quite insensitive to be showcasing something like that. That is a luxurious hotel, outside country. And for me, I feel like this is actually not the bone of contention in Nigeria.
I just beg to differ. I don't see the video as a big. We know our politicians really go far and above when they want to do things, when they want to live luxurious life. We're talking about Wike's mansion in US. You're showing me a hotel room. That doesn't even, compare. There's no comparison. Anybody can afford to, lodge themselves in a hotel like that if you have the right amount of money, right? We've seen people live. Nigerians are known for living lavish lifestyles. So this particular one is it's the same thing we say every day. It's like saying it's insensitive when you see the president traveling with his private jets and all of that. It's just the basics.
Exactly. All right, well said. Now let's move on to the second story, which is on a sad note. The father of a 29-year-old Deborah, who is to turn 30 years on 17th November 2025, has expressed deep pain on the painful departure of his beloved daughter, who was stabbed multiple times by her ex-boyfriend, which led to her tragic departure on 3rd September 2025. Let's take a look at the video.
On the 3rd of September, About 11:59 p.m., my elder brother called me from Otupo in Benue State. So when my brother called me that hour of the night, I knew something had gone wrong. So when he began to narrate that Juliet, his own daughter, called him and informed him that they don't know how to tell me this incident. They were afraid to tell me that Deborah had been in relationship with one Idoma guy, and along the line, the boy has been the relationship has been so toxic. Most times we beat the girl. At a point, he used a power bank to hit the girl during some form of argument, and the girl now say, with the elder sister, he say, this guy, you have not married my sister yet, and you are beating her like this. How can then? Please stop the relationship. And the guy was he accepted and said, okay, he will move on. There's no problem. It's over a year before they took that decision. So over a year now, they were no more talking. According to my senior girl, my first daughter, because they lived together. Then on that fateful 3rd of September, calls kept coming to Deborah that you have a parcel to collect. We are at your gate. Deborah said, no, I did not book for any parcel. I didn't ask for anything. They went back. By 12 midday, another call with different number. They were calling with different number that they want to see Deborah. And that fateful day, the guy now called again. Around that kind 5. I said, Hope, how are you? Hope said, I'm okay. You said you were going. My sister now asked him, my daughter, I hope you said you were going to Port Harcourt, that you decided to move on. Are you still here? He said, he has not left. Then he now asked, where are you? Hope now said, I'm going to work. He said, what of Ada? Ada is going to work. It's only Deborah that is at home alone. That made him to have that confidence that now Deborah is alone at home. So this guy now, how he made his way into the room, because he did not pass through the door. Their door is iron door. He tore the net and jumped inside through there, grabbed the girl. Then he brought out his knife and started shooting her. I was in the autopsy room, in the mortuary. I saw the corpse of my daughter with several stab wounds. One was here, another one was here, one where we got the epigastrum at the upper region of the stomach, another on both sides of the lungs, both front and back, on the laps, on the arms. I counted stabs. There were about 22 stab wounds. He has stabbed her to death by then. And neighbors came out and started shouting. That's why they brought in police. And this guy, as he killed my daughter, he couldn't go. He himself, he just lay in the pool of my daughter's blood. Then when police came, police said, they asked him, what's wrong with you? He said they have stab wounds on the body as well. But
such a sad event. Now I am still asking, how is it that people have the mind to commit such crime? You stabbed the first one and it was not enough. You stabbed the second, third, fourth, fifth, 22 stabs. And I am asking, how is it that we have resulted to, not having human empathy and human feelings anymore, that we could, do away with anything that has to do with crime or commit crime and feel like it's just a normal thing?
I just, when you say people, I take an exception, right? I don't think this is a crime committed by a person. I think this is a crime committed by an animal. Because the other day we were talking about the state of the mental health situation in Ogun State, recording over 10,000 cases. I just think this person is just a madman, to be sincere. I don't think this is a mentally stable human being. I don't, because when you watch that video till the end, there's something striking and very weird. The father said, and after the guy killed the daughter, he was just laying in the pool of the girl's blood. Does that look like a sane human being to you? A lot of people, I just think that this is my theory, right? I think a lot of people are crazy. like genuinely crazy, and they just need something to trigger that craziness out of them. And for that guy, it was that breakup. And it is really sad that, you know, my heart goes out to that man and his family that have lost a bright young lady because she was dating a madman. You know, people are just mad, moving mad, and you can't tell because they are, look how he looks so good. He does not look like someone that has a mental health issue. It is not until you take off your clothes in the streets and you look dirty and retarded. People are really, really mad, and that is why I just feel so sad that she is a victim of such madness.
And I just want to point out to the fact that, I mean, it's over a year that they ended, or they decided to end that relationship, and it's as if the guy did not get over the
guy is a psycho. That's a psycho.
He is, to be honest, he is a psycho, because I can't really like think about this whole incident. It is appalling and it's disheartening. My heart actually goes out to the family of this, you know, this lady, this tragic death. Oh my God, it's really causing some, you know, some mixed feelings within me. I can't really explain how I feel right now, but it's such a tragic death. Nobody should be made or should be allowed to go through such pain, not just the pain from the family side, but the lady, she was being stabbed multiple times, she was going through pain, and you were stabbing continuously. And just like they say, the evil that men do lives right with them. And when he was done committing the crime, he said that there was nothing, he couldn't even escape. He laid in the pool of the lady's blood, and they later questioned him. They were like, what are you doing here? And he said that he had some cuts in his body. And I am just asking, you know, more thoughts on this, because this is over how many months now, and this lady is they are still taking the matter in court. The process is still going on in court, and I'm like, is this something that is supposed to take this long for this guy to be prosecuted and brought to book?
It is, you know, our judiciary, apart from the fact that it is not great, it is very slow. Our judiciary can be very, very slow when it comes to making judgments, right? You got to the crime of the scene, you saw the culprit, you saw the victim, you saw evidences. I don't know what else they're waiting for. Maybe if you're a lawyer, you can educate more, but does it really take that long to identify a criminal or to identify a murderer when you have all the evidences? Because at this point, what more evidence do you want? Do you want the lady to rise up from the dead and say, he killed me? Or is it that the Nigerian law has not covered to the extent of murder? Because we know this is a criminal offense, right? And we have seen some prosecutions even recently. Why it's taking time is what I don't understand. And I just think because of the way Nigeria works, there could be influences, maybe from the guy's family, trying to just tender justice with mercy, or to just do something in order to avert what should be the actual judgment. Because one thing happens, Ifoma, is the fact that once a crime is committed, people tend to forget how hurtful it is, and they forget really fast. So what they do is, oh yes, she's already dead, but killing him or sentencing him to life imprisonment would not bring her back to life. You know, let God do this, let God do that. When we have a justice system in Nigeria, it should not be so at all.
To be honest, it is not supposed to be so. And I think, like I said earlier, my heart goes out to the family, because according to the dad, she said the mom has been in a serious emotional havoc, and it's really painful seeing your daughter go, you know, this way, just like that, in the blink of an eye. It is quite a sad situation, and I think that this family deserves justice. This guy needs to be brought to book. I don't know if there is, you know, a more serious sanction or penalty for this guy, but he deserves one of the biggest and most treated, for me, sanction that anybody can ever imagine, because this is not a mere crime. It's not something that he could just go scot-free like that, or you just arrest him and he stays in prison for a few years. He's supposed to, you know, face serious serious, you know, punishment for this particular crime. But let's move on to the next story. Now, an Islamic cleric, Sheikh Ahmad Gumi, is not backing down on the issue of genocide attack in Nigeria. Gumi dismissed the allegation of US Donald Trump's assertions of Nigeria as a country of particular concern, accusing some groups of staging fake massacres and burying empty coffins to gain international sympathy and paint Islam negatively. He urged President Bola Tinubu to confront the US diplomatically, describing Trump's remark as an affront to Nigerian sovereignty. While Gumi's comments have stirred controversy, analysts insist Nigeria's insecurity crisis is not purely religious, that both Christians and Muslims continue to suffer attacks from terrorists and bandits. And I'm just going to go straight to the questions. Now, Sheikh Gumi claims that some groups fake massacres to paint Islam as evil. Do you believe such manipulations really happen?
That's the most insensitive thing I heard this afternoon. The most insensitive, it's the most disassociating human statement, when you just disassociate yourself from being a human, right? It is the worst thing that anybody can hear, especially if you have friends or you have families that have been victims of this violence going on in northern Nigeria and this attack on Christians. Him coming out to say that they are doing this is all a plot to increase Islamophobia. Exactly. It is really disheartening to listen to. I mean, even if we don't practice the same religion, we're still humans. Exactly. I believe. I really hope we are still humans, because you can't come to the media, and I don't even know what position he is.
I don't really understand.
I don't even know from which office you are talking from. And you're saying that all of this is just a plot to cover up and to make people hate Islam. It's not people that is making people hate Islam. Those are your people making people hate Islam. It's supposed to be a religion of peace, right? Exactly. You're not seeing the peace. And you won't allow people express themselves because of what? And there's something else again that he said. He said, it's just the audacity, really. He said that the Nigerian government should act democratically, yes, with the United States, but, you know, they can also sever ties with them. You know, that this is an affront to their sovereignty. I'm like, come on, please, spare me that. Tell me something new. Sever ties with who? And it's time to expand your global connections. It's time for Nigeria to expand. Kudos to that. It's
actually the audacity. I don't really understand how a group of persons will come together and buy massive coffins and then take pictures and send it on the social media platform. I don't really understand. It does not make sense in the first place. I don't get what's going on with Nigeria. We could clearly see that there is killing. We could see that there is killing. So why all these nonsense defense mechanisms up and down? It does not make sense for me, to be honest. But let's move on to the next story. Now, meanwhile, in Oyo State, Governor Seyi Makinde has inaugurated the Ibadan Central Bus Terminal, one of 4 modern transport hubs across the state. The facility, located in the challenged area of Ibadan, features spacious waiting areas, electronic ticketing systems, and enhanced security. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo, who attended the event, praised the project for boosting commerce and improving urban order. Now, Governor Makinde described it as part of his administration's effort to build a safe, reliable, and efficient transport system. Let's take a look at the video. Now, that is actually a video of Olusegun Obasanjo dancing in congratulatory message to Seyi Makinde on his bus terminal inauguration. And we've seen projects like this before, and I'm just going to ask, do you think that these modern bus terminals really solve transportation chaos if the roads themselves are bad?
So So it should help, right, with transportation, but it can't erase the fact that our roads are bad and our roads need to do better. They need to do better on our roads. But will it improve transportation? Of course it should. And I'm just going to make my comments on that video. I could see the jubilation from Obasanjo and, you know, the celebration. And I read a comment. Someone said, off a bus terminal. Bus terminal, right? So it is interesting to see that. And when you look at that video, Obasanjo referred to Makinde as a son, right? He referred to him as his son. And I don't know, but I just have a speculation that maybe come 2027, because Sheyi Makinde has obviously made it open that he wants to be running for presidency in 2027, maybe Obasanjo is going to play the godfather role.
Oh, so we are seeing godfatherism in 2027. When
have we not seen godfatherism? When I'm talking about the both of them. Yes, think so.
It's quite, you know, it's possible, but just like what you mentioned, the person in the comment section, bus terminal, is this something that we should really be celebrating at this point in Nigeria? Come on, this is old news. But I just want to ask the next question. You know, many Nigerian projects, like I said earlier, kind of start strong but fade with time. Do you think that this bus terminal will actually be maintained over time?
How long is the Oyo State governor going to be in office? Because that would determine, right? I feel like most of these projects that are commissioned, especially when it's from a sitting governor, after the governor leaves office, they next, you know, administration pays little mind to maintain the projects or even continue from where they stopped when they get into office. They just want to create new projects so that they have their name on stone. So if I think this project will be maintained, that would be dependent on how long he's going to be governor for.
Oh yeah, but at the same time, apart from, you know, how long he's going to be governor, I believe that he should try as much as possible to sustain this bus terminal, because we've seen all these things before. This is not new to Nigerians, where, you know, a particular governor will actually mount one project or the other, and we celebrate it, not knowing that it's actually a substandard, you know, project. So I think we would see more, you know, moving on to whether it's going to be sustained and maintained. But let's move on to a more lighter story this afternoon. Filmmaker and businesswoman Chika Ike marked her 40th birthday in a grand, inspiring and impactful style by empowering 40 women with tools to help them build businesses and improve living standard. I think that is beautiful. Let's take a look at the video, and when we'll
I was praying for a miracle, scared to have a little hope. And now looking back today, seeing all the things you've done, I can't even add them up. 1, 2, 3, up to infinity.
What I did today was tell you I see you. I see your sacrifices. I see what you did for your family. I am a mom now. I can relate deeply to what you meant to your family. I see what I do to my child every day. The sacrifice I made. I say thank you.
The more that I look in the details, the more of your goodness I find.
God will stay with you. Yeah. You go pass your mother in the name of Jesus. This is not just another birthday. This is the 40th birthday on earth.
Shine bright like a diamond. Shine bright like a diamond.
I think I would like to continue the chant. Now our picking be this, so we don't get another one. Now our picking be this, so beautiful, beautiful. These are the things that we love to see. And I think this particular project, this remarkable 40th birthday, stands out from every other celebrity that we're seeing on social media celebrating birthdays or you know, any celebration. This really stands out. Empowering 40 women on her 40th birthday. Let me get your take.
You know, when
that.
I saw that video, I'm just thinking, well, this is how I want to spend my life. This is how I want to celebrate. I love it when people recognize that they're in a place where they can help, and they actually go and do that, and they do it really well. So when you look at that video, there are some things that I could see in which she used to empower these women. Sewing machines, grinding machines, give them a whole lot of things that I feel like were very intentional, right? She thought about them. And it is so sad as well to think that one person's birthday and what she did with that birthday is more than what people do in their constituency projects. Now I'm talking constituency projects. People that you want to, they would announce they're giving 10 barrels with logos or 10,000 barrels with logos, and if you know you can't reach a lot of people, like what I'm seeing here, just gather a little and do something substantial for them, not because you want to, all in the name of constituency projects. I've just seen some really demoralizing projects in the past before, seeing things as giving this one they use in mending shoes, giving people things that they give people those things as constituency projects, and it just says a whole lot. So I'm wishing Chika a beautiful happy 40th birthday. May the good Lord bless you, and I'm sure these amazing women and the families are praying for you, and we are praying for you as well.
We are praying for you. And there was one thing she said that she knows the struggle that women go through to, you know, birth and cater for their children. And she is now a mother, and she can't agree more. She understands it on a deeper level. And that is why she has taken it upon herself to do this for women. So it doesn't really take anything from you. You are an influential figure. You have the money. You have the resources. Please do think about people. There are people for this serious frustration in Nigeria, and this goes a long way for people that are suffering, women that are trying so hard to sustain their family. Big ups, more kudos to her, more grease to her elbow, more strength, more birthdays to celebrate. And I wish that other celebrities will actually emulate from this. And that's where we leave it for now on IBTC Hot. From global perceptions to local progress to unraveling crimes, one thing is clear: Nigeria's story is still being written in the choices we make and the voices we raise. Whether in defending our image or redefining our cities, the real test lies not in words but in lasting impact. I'm Ifeoma Oji, and I did this alongside Sharon and Mchukwu. Thank you so much for always coming through for active citizens on this table. God bless you, and we appreciate you. And thank you for you, our viewers, for watching IBTC Hot on Active Citizens. Remember to stay with us in the evening for Active Citizens Parliament, for there's more ahead. Good afternoon.